Welcome back to another executive update at Auto Care Association. I'm Stacey Miller, Vice President of Communications, and I'm here with Bill Hanvey, our President and CEO. Hello again, Bill.
Hey, Stacey, how are you? Hi, everybody.
Happy January. It's a cold January, and happy 40th, Bill. Is it your birthday?
Not age-wise. I'm sure many of you had thought that when Stacey said that. But you know what? I came to the realization when the first week of January, I'm like, my goodness, I started January 2nd, 1985 as a territory manager working out of the Napa, Syracuse, DC, and haven't looked back since.
Well, happy 40-year anniversary. What a tremendous occasion for us to celebrate. So I love that we're kicking off the new year with some good news, and we're so happy and proud to have you. It's a new year, and we just came back from HDAW. There's a lot of excitement coming up. Tell me a little bit about what's changed and what are we looking forward to this year?
Certainly. First of all, I'm thrilled to report that we're in the throes of an actual winter this year, which helps everybody. My family looks at me like I'm crazy when I relish the fact that the temperature is below zero. So that's a little nudge from Mother Nature to help our industry. Stacey, going forward for 25, there's just so many things that are occurring within our industry between the implementation of AI, that many of us are still new to this game, and how do we make AI a part of our normal everyday business? How do we utilize this amazing tool to make our industries more efficient? How do we come up with better inventories? That's really big. I think what we're going to find, we're going to be paying a lot more attention to the news out of Washington here in regard to trade and tariff. We're a global industry, and some of the proposed tariffs, we as an association have to understand how they're going to affect the industry itself. But just as important, or probably more important, is how are some of these proposed tariffs going to affect the consumer? So all eyes on that. Another thing for 25 is industry engagement. And we talk so much about right to repair and some of our initiatives. And while we were disappointed that the Repair Act didn't get passed in the last Congress, we are not starting from scratch in Washington. I used the term that we're at halftime when that occurred in last September. And during halftime, we had a good opportunity between September and now to put some feelers out on the Hill. And quite actually, the support for right to repair has never been stronger. And I'm sure that many of you have seen that the FTC has levied some actions against John Deere by prohibiting repair and maintenance data. And they also levied some fines against General Motors for data. So just a lot going on, but with the help of our volunteer leaders, we will be ahead of the curve on this.
Yeah, I couldn't have said that better, Bill. Lots going on between new technologies, heavily monitoring the trade and tariff situation, and of course, right to repair is on everyone's mind. And the reintroduction of that bill this spring, we're really looking forward to. But that key word being engagement and needing members to stay engaged. And you're really engaged in our industry, which is really critical. And I hear that you're going to be on the road this spring to quite a few of our members. So where are you headed?
You've got to live it if you want to preach it, right? So I just so thoroughly enjoy my time in the field, meeting the members, speaking to the members about the size and the scope of our industry and what we do every single day. It's critical. I'm going to be at several members, their annual sales conferences this year. Highline Warren is one of them. I'm going to be going to Mexico. I'm going to be going to Brazil. I'm going to be going to Italy. And, all these trips are critical for us to establish the U.S. aftermarket as the leader globally in the aftermarket. But that's not to say that we can't learn a few things along the way. So those trips are all meant to be able to get a better understanding of what's actually taking place in the field. What are some of the extraneous events politically around the globe that are going to affect our industry? So you got to be in the field to really kind of get a good handle on that. And I have always, ever since 40 years ago, the value of communicating daily with your members or your customers to see what those trends are. It was an invaluable experience for me and something that I have continued throughout my career. So being on the road, I'm no stranger to that, but it really energizes me to hear, hey, so here are some of the good things that the association's doing, but more importantly, B, here are some things that the association could be doing to help us out a little bit more. So I love being on the road.
That's a great point, Bill. And thank you so much to all the folks who invited us out to make sure that we're sharing that global influence and impact and allowing Bill to champion our industry. These efforts are so tremendous in building the equity of the auto care industry, not just in the US, but as a global industry. Speaking of impact, Bill, we had a pretty impactful event just a week ago in Dallas. So tell us a little bit about the turnout at HDAW and what we were doing there.
So HDAW has just grown exponentially over the past 10 years since I've been here. And it really is very fulfilling for me to see the integration between best practices in the commercial vehicle space and best practices in the automotive space. And while there are many differences between the channels, there are more similarities than differences. And we have the same motto for our commercial vehicle members as we do for our automotive members. We are in business to help your business be more successful. And that includes, on our end, more market intelligence related to our commercial vehicle space, more data related to the commercial vehicle space, more advocacy when it comes to the commercial vehicle space. So, in many instances, these are things that we're doing that are easily transferable over to the commercial vehicle space. We are all in on including the commercial vehicle market in right to repair. That's critical for us, and we very much support that through many different initiatives.
Absolutely critical. And for those looking for a recap of HDAW, you can visit our podcast, Auto Care on Air, where we have not one, but two episodes dedicated to interviewing some really amazing industry titans live at HDAW. And we've got those sessions anywhere you listen to your podcast. So please do go check those out. Upcoming, Bill, in just a few short weeks, we've got our Women in Auto Care conference in Atlanta. And a little birdie told me that that space is completely sold out. So we're extremely excited about that. We'll see many of our women in Atlanta and their allies. And I want to also remind everybody about the upcoming Auto Care Connect. So our keyword that you're going to hear us saying over and over again is engagement. So Bill, tell us a little bit about what we're working on for Connect.
So, just building upon the success of last year's Connect, our role as the association, we play many different roles, right? But I talk about making the industry more efficient, and there's ways to do that through data, and there's also ways to do that through educating, and that's what Connect is all about. A, let's bring people together under a common roof so that we can talk about similar industry issues. And then let's look at some of those specialized communities, women in auto care, Yang, our tool and equipment group, and just the list goes on and on. But how do we provide educational material for those and then be able to bring all those people together under a common learning symposium? And that's Connect. And not only that, it's fun. So I think last year we had 900 industry executives attend Connect, and the forecast is for even more for that this year. So, you'll have the opportunity to learn from one another. You'll have the opportunity, B, to learn from some of the subject matter experts that we're hiring and bringing into the Connect conference so that you can learn about specific things. So it's just an excellent opportunity for people to be able to pick and choose, where do I need more education, what interests me. And it's just really an exciting 4 or 5 days in Phoenix. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there.
Lots of exciting events coming up. And I also want to remind everybody that we have a new awards program that's happening at Auto Care Connect this May in Phoenix. So we're going to be presenting the Impact 4 Under 40 Award. We're going to be supporting the Mort Schwartz Excellence in Education Award, the ACE, which is the Auto Care Education Award, as well as the new Auto Care Marketing and Communications Awards, all on stage in front of all of those industry executives. And we cannot wait to bring you this new program and elevate the recognition of our industry's best and brightest. So for more information on that, you can head over to autocare.org/connect to learn more and register. Bill, anything else you'd like to mention?
No, you know why you mentioned that on the award site. There's going to be an inaugural award presented as well, and that is going to be the Automotive Aftermarket Charitable Foundation Humanitarian of the Year. And we are being honored to be able to present that award for the first time at our Connect conference, and we're really looking forward to that.
Wonderful. Well, we're really looking forward to it. Bill, thank you so much for this update.
Well, my pleasure, Stacey. Thanks, everybody.